These factors that are gained through press releases are what's going to be an essential factor for ranking in this new AI age for chatbots. Hi there. In this video, I'm going to break down why press releases are an essential part of a successful SEO strategy and why they'll only get more and more important with the new AI age we're facing, with search engines like Bing and Google implementing and integrating AI chatbots into their search engines. Press releases are going to become an essential part of SEO, and I want to cover why that is and why they're so important. So let me start with this. Let me just minimize my face here really quickly. Okay, so first of all, I want to go over the why these press releases are so important. Then I'm going to go over how this relates with the new AI age, so optimizing for AI and for Bing and Google as new chatbots. And then I'm going to explain to you what you get and some examples of PR posted in Yahoo Finance, MarketWatch, Bazinga, and a bunch more. So let me just get straight into it. So why are press releases important as a part of your SEO strategy? First of all, and this one's quite obvious, it's because they increase your online visibility, right? Press releases can and help you increase your online visibility by providing newsworthy content. This is a keyword here. You cannot just write any type of content. It needs to be newsworthy content that can and will be picked up by media outlets and shared across various online platforms. So when you syndicate a piece of news to multiple sites, right? If it is a newsworthy piece of content, the likelihood of it being shared to other outlets or other news sites is much higher. That's why this keyword right here is super important. Okay, but the first thing again is the increase in your online visibility, either for you or for your business. You can run a press release for a person or for a business. Now, in terms of SEO, you get an improved backlink profile because essentially you're getting your link posted on multiple of these newsworthy, high authoritative sources. For example, down here, as you can see, this is a release published on Yahoo Finance, right? So you get a link from Yahoo Finance back to your site, right? This one, MarketWatch, a link on MarketWatch back to your site, right? So you get to build your backlink profile more and more because your piece of content, piece of news is published on these authoritative sources, which is always a great thing. Then, of course, a big one is the increase in brand awareness, right? A press release can help you build brand awareness by providing valuable information about you or your company. Again, going over this newsworthy piece of content is important. And essentially, you're putting your brand out there, right? You're telling people, telling search engines, telling the world that, listen, this is my brand, or this is me, this is what we do. And with this newsworthy piece of content, we're trying to get as much awareness of our brand as possible by distributing it to multiple newsworthy sources. And then a big one, finally, increasing credibility, right? Because press releases are often posted on reputable sources, whether there is Yahoo Finance or local newspapers. Because people trust these sources so much and your news is on these sources, what happens is that people tend to believe that your brand are credible because, again, you've been posted on these credible sources. So this is the why, and this is why you'd want to do, and you include press releases in your SEO strategy. Now, how does this relate to AI? And why is press release going to be more and more important in the future? So with AI, chats integrated in search engines even more. Now, let me explain why. So optimizing for the AI age, what does this mean? Essentially, from now on, you're going to have to become an authority in your niche. And forget about this was for another video. Now, let me explain to you why. For example, here we see Bing right here. This is how their chat is going to look like in the future. Essentially, it's going to be broken down by the old quote-unquote search model, right, with the results, ads and results. And on the right, a chat which you can interact with. For example, you should be able to ask it here, what's the best place to go snowboarding in the summer? Now, the thing about this is that when you search for that on search, you get multiple results that you can skim through, right? However, when you do so on the chat, what happens is that Bing, in this case, not Google, they pull in info from different sites and they give you the sources. Now, as you can see here, all this here is essentially a condensed form of information from all the results right here and on other search terms, right? But they do give you access to the sources here. And when you click on here, you go to the sources website. Now, your goal is to appear on these numbers right here, which are the sources, just like Wikipedia. However, to appear on here, and it only makes sense that Bing and Google in the future will only put here trustworthy sources. And how to become trustworthy, how to become an authority in your niche, you have to have people speaking about you. You have to have online press, you have to have visibility, you have to have brand awareness and credibility. And these factors that are gained through press releases are what's going to be an essential factor for ranking in this new AI age for chatbots. Because again, Google and Bing and all other search engines will only prioritize and only show their users sources from trustworthy sources, from trustworthy websites. Because again, on here, because it's such a condensed form of information, they only want to rely on the best of the best, on the sources that have the best type of information. So you need to become an authority in your space. You need to become the authority for whatever it is that you do or your business does, right? So that's why, and that's how we can relate PR, press releases, with this new AI age, which in my opinion, and in a lot of other experts' opinion, is going to become essential in the coming years. Now, after all that, let me tell you exactly what you get, and this is for this service right here. This is sold on Vettted. I sell this personally, essentially press release service, a writing plus distribution press release service on multiple outlets. Now, what you get is essentially the writing and the distribution. Now, the distribution depends on the package you select, right? Dependent on the package you select, the base one, you get your PR distributed to 400 plus news outlets like Fox, CBS, ABC. Again, you can check all that here in the samples. I'll go over this in just a second. Of course, they're submitted to search engines for indexing. This is natural. All these are submitted and picked up by Google News, which is a very, very good thing. Then if you choose the higher end package, this one, you essentially get your news sent to 2,500 plus media outlets. This includes, of course, Yahoo Finance, MarketWatch, Bazinga, and some others like Seeking Alpha, for example. Higher tier, more credible news outlets, news sources, which is always good, and it's an option if you want to go a bit harder with your press release campaigns. And then they're sent to a database of 2,000 plus US newspapers and 1,000 plus magazines. Now, if we go here and take a look at this really quickly, the good thing about these press releases is that they get indexed and they get posted in niche specific outlets. As you can see here, this was a press release for a roofing website, and they got posted to a roofing based journal, roofing-journal.com, right? Here's an example of a press release posted on MarketWatch. Here's an example for this press release that was posted on all these sites and news sources, and they're all indexed in Google. Here's one again showing that it is indexed in Google for digital journal, another media outlet. Here's one for Yahoo Finance. Traffic report, you also get a traffic report with your orders. And finally, down here, an overview of some of the outlets you get. Of course, I couldn't post all of them here because they're at least 400, so they won't all fit here. But this is essentially what you get with this service. And I didn't want to just show you what you got. I felt like, and I feel like it's always important to show you all of this part right here. Because yes, I could have just shown you here, listen, this is what you get, buy now. But no, that's not what I want to do. I want to show you what this is and why it is important, and why, in my opinion, based on my experience, it will become more and more important as the years go by and as this AI age becomes more and more prominent in our lives. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.